It's week number 6 in the SFL, and it's Showdown Sunday. The pigskin people are always excited for football. Yes, sir. Today you're getting all gridiron wars from the SFL all day, baby. A.T. King is getting it done, although most are surprised that the Wildcats are 4-1. Okay, maybe so. But the 1-3 Knights still has Robbie and Flynn, and these guys do show up for these kind of games, you know. These two teams are looking to renew their love affair, as Chicago has been scary good, and their Windy City defense has been resurrected. However, London is fired up, but another loss just might bring down London's bridge. The Wildcats has traveled across the Atlantic to face the Knights. I am your play-by-play commentator today, Damon Seaman. Alongside me here in the booth is T-Roy Gaines with Jared Willis on stats. We're in London, England, at Queensway Stadium as the London Knights host the Chicago Wildcats. When you can run it, throw it, and catch it, you are official SFL contender. SFL champion contenders. The Wildcats versus the Knights here on the SFL Network, presented by APM Music on YouTube. This ought to be good. T-Roy, what are your takes for today's game?
Well, we got two teams that are unfortunately going on two different paths. The Wildcats, as you mentioned, are on fire and looking to maintain that momentum here in the second quarter of this season, while the Knights are looking to start this second quarter of the season on a high note. They get the ball first. We'll see what happens.
And as you stated, London is set to receive first. And there's a return here for the London Knights on the 10-yard line. And he's tackled and brought down at the 27. The return guy was 21, Jeff Malichin, the starting strong safety for the Knights. And we'll see Rob Roby come out first with his offense. Rob Roby, quarterback. Reggie Streeter is the new halfback here, the rookie for London. 3 wide receivers to the top of the field. Rob Roby goes deep, across the middle of the field, and pass is broken up by Maurice Spurgeon.
That was a great job by Spurgeon to be able to prevent James now see the ball. Now, one of the running backs have run over 100 yards in every game. See if that streak continues.
Twins right here for Roby. Offset eye is Streeter. There's a handoff into the halfback up the middle of the field, and he picks up 7 yards on that carry. Bulldozing his way first, head first. Streeter comes up almost with the first down there, T-Roy.
Yeah, that was a great run by Streeter, be able to run up the gut. All line gave him room to run. Got 7 yards. Is now 3rd and short. One of the key games for London was get their running game going early and often and make big plays down the field. Well, they got part 1 done so far.
2-step drop here by Roby. Roby throws a dart, across the middle of the field, and that pass is broken up. Maurice Spurgeon are good. No fly zone is what he's calling it.
And that is the second one to mine.
Yeah, not deflections on the play, but he's breaking up, not allowing these receivers to make these catches for London. And London's going to have to settle for a 3 and out here in the first quarter on their first possession, as they're looking at a 4th and 3. And there's a return. And on that return is Corey Carter, the 2-year veteran.
And Damon, what Chicago wants to do is get Jared the ball and start controlling the clock and get their wide receivers behind Slim Shady, their great linebacker. We'll see if they get this done starting on this drive.
4 wide receivers for Chicago. There's an out route to the top of the field, and that pass is complete by Carter. Comes away with that, his first reception. And for A.T. King's first completion.
And Corey Carter, coming in today's game, had 14 receptions for 149 yards and 1 TD. Good catch by him, making this second and short.
Two wide receivers and a tight end on the play. In the slot is Shane Varner. Willis in the backfield, dotting the offset eye. Willis goes straight up the middle of the field to pick up the first down.
The E-back, as he is called, Jared Willis, great job running to his right, getting the first down. They already got their first down conversion of the game, Damon.
Three wide receiver set here now for Chicago. I formation is Willis. A.T. King on a 7-step drop, throws a pass to the outside of the bottom of the field here, and that pass is complete. And that is to Buchanan Simmons. Comes away with his first reception.
And Damon, that was a nice dot by E.T. King, the veteran 6-year vet from originally Tallahassee. He has a QB rating of 98.3. That's among third highest active in this league right now.
Strong I formation here for Chicago. There's a handoff here to Willis, and Willis is stopped and brought down in the backfield for a 1-yard loss. And give credit to Flynn Shady, the outside linebacker, coming away with that tackle for loss.
And Damon, the real Flynn Shady, has stood up. Good tackle by him, getting through the blocker. The fullback is making this a second long for Chicago. We'll see what they do here.
Four wide receivers, shotgun formation. A.T. King down the middle of the field. That pass is deflected and almost picked off by two of the London Knights defenders. Intended for Simmons.
Well, Damon, the tip drill didn't go in London's favor. We have seen in past games when teams fail to pick off the pass, the opposite team was able to get the first down. We'll see that happens for Chicago on display.
Here's a trips formation here for Chicago to the left of King. One step drop by King. King throws deep. Oh, that pass is intercepted by Chicago. I'm sorry, by London. And give credit to the defender coming away with that pick. And that is the Nathan Blake. The 2-year strong free safety comes away with his first interception of the day.
And that is his 6th of his career. Nice job as he read the quarterback like the book, going over Corey Carter, who was the intended receiver. And I actually gave the commentator's curse to Chicago there. Good job by London. It's now 1st and 10. We'll see if they actually score on this drive.
Turnover there by Chicago. Takeaway by London. Rob Roby calling an audible here, setting the adjustments at the line of scrimmage. Calling the checkoff. Takes a two-step drop, pass across the middle of the field, and that pass is broken up once again by Spurgeon. Spurgeon is out there laying some big hits on these receivers for London.
Here's the replay. Doing a great job letting the Knights know that he came to play. As soon as McCarr was able to make that catch, Spurgeon laid the lumber on him. Nice job by him, a second long for London.
2nd and 10. Ball at the
29 yard. 2nd and 10 here for the London Knights. Offset eye is Streeter. There's a handoff him to the top of the field here, and he gets a stiff arm, but he's blowed up. Hit hard, stiff arm Maurice Spurgeon, but then brought down big by Blake Hamrick.
Nice open field tackle by Hamrick. He's able to put the halt on that carry by Streeter. It's now 3rd and long. We'll see if London can convert.
Here in London, England, the Knights are on 3rd and 10. Looking to convert. There's a pass down to Streeter. And Streeter comes away with that reception. Picked up the first down and more.
Nice pass. This is one of the few times I see an SFL running back be that wide open down the field. Great catch by Streeter. Mr. All-Pro Party himself, Rob Brody. Good conversions now. 1st and 10 on London's 43.
Strong eye formation now for the London Knights. Handoff here to Streeter up the middle, and Streeter picks up 7 yards on that carry, straight out, right down at midfield is what the tackle is made.
And Streeter has been a great running back for London so far this season. He had 25 carries, 137 yards, and 2 TDs against Indy last week. He's continuing that performance today.
5-step drop here by Robbie. Robbie throws the pass out to the fullback, and that pass is dropped right through his hand, T-Roy. How could he drop that pass?
He's wearing the wrong number. He needs to switch it to 44 because those fullbacks with that number make catches. Anyway, unfortunately, he dropped the easy catch. That would have been a first down. Hopefully that won't come back to haunt London here on this 3rd and short.
Strong eye formation here for the London Knights. 3rd and 3, looking to pick up this 3rd down conversion at midfield. There's a handoff. It's a Streeter. Streeter bulldozes a defender and picks up the first down, T-Roy.
Nice run by Streeter. He had to make the first, otherwise he would have been stopped for a loss. Here's the replay as we see Streeter take a poor Wildcat defender. I think that's Hendershot to the shadow realm.
That was Hendershot who got sent back. I don't even know what to say where he got sent to, but
yeah, it's the shadow realm. Occupation him right now.
Twins left here for Roby. Roby does a handoff here to Streeter, and Streeter picks up 1 yard.
Forward with that nice tackle. Good tackle by Clint Hendershot. Now, one of the things for London, if they're going to be successful with their quarterback, it has to not throw INTs. Unfortunately, he's been known for that. We'll see if he's going to change that perception of him today.
5-step drop here by Roby. Roby throws across the middle of the field. He comes away with his first completion across the middle without Maurice Spurgeon breaking it up. And that's James Hands, comes away with his first reception today, the 6'6", 240-pound receiver.
He's a big tight end. He has 3 yards last week and career 2,707 yards receiving for him. Just need 93 for 2,800.
3 wide receiver set here for London. Hand off to Streeter up the middle, and Streeter picks up another 6 yards on that carry. Streeter is coming to play today, T-Roy.
Yes, sir. And this goes back to the keys of the game. And I want to thank Shan Barner for helping me out with the stats and the keys to the game. He said that Liam wants to make sure to get the running game going early and often, then make big plays down the field. London's definitely doing that on this drive as they are on Chicago's 21.
Another full house here for the Knights, and there's a handoff here to Streeter. Streeter almost picks up the first down, brought down just inches before the first down line.
And as you said, Damon, it looked like Streeter had a chance to get that first down. He was a little bit indecisive there. It's now 3rd and short. Hopefully London can convert. Otherwise, they're going to have to sell for 3. We'll see what Chicago's D has to say about it.
Another power I formation here for London. There's a handoff to Streeter up the middle. He picks up the first down before he's hit and brought down by the safety. Or was that the corner? That was cornerback Blake Hamrick on the tackle.
Yeah, he was able to make the tackle, but unfortunately it was too little too late as Streeter's already got the first down. Man, London's doing a great job marching down the field. Here's that strong eye again.
Strong eye formation is overpowering, and there's a handoff, and he's brought down in the backfield. And that tackle is the outside linebacker, Dylan Rowland.
Great tackle by Dylan Rowland, but Damon, number 48, is acting the fool. He completely whiffed on that block, resulting in that 1 yard loss.
3 wide receiver set. Streeter dots the eye of the offset eye. And Roby dumps it off to the halfback outside of the backfield, and he picks up 3 yards on that reception.
And here we go. It's a 3rd and long. We'll see if they don't. Actually, London doesn't need to get the first down. I mean, doesn't need to get a touchdown. They can get a first down here. We'll see if they will go for the first or try to get 6 on this play.
Trips right for Roby. Roby, touchdown, London Knights, T-Roy, as he crosses Hollywood Boulevard, and he gets 6 on the board. The Knights have taken the lead.
And that catch was made by the former Denver Nightwing, Ken McCarroll. Here's the replay. We see Roby throwing it. A nice dot to only where McCarroll can catch it, as he has to make the diving catch for 6. Great job by London. Nice drive by them. Great start.
And the extra point is up and good, T-Roy. London goes up 7-0 over the Chicago Wildcats. These Wildcats offense got to get something going here on this drive, as London has basically marched down the field and just took what they wanted, and that was a touchdown.
Yeah.
And here's the sponsors of the SFL: Bit Central, Efficient, Harry's, Close Shave Razors. And there's a return. There's a spin move, and stopped and dropped at the 28-yard line.
Now going back to the keys of the game for Chicago, they want to get Jared Willis the ball and have them control clock, but now they're behind the 8-ball, trailing 7-0. We'll see if they continue with that game plan. Let's take a look at Slim Shady.
Here's E.T. King underneath the center in a far Joker formation. Handoff here to Willis up the middle of the field. And Willis shoulder charges. Looks like, I want to say that was Nathan Blakey's shoulder charge. Yes, it was. Here's another look at the replay, T-Roy.
And great block by the fullback, number 46, that helped sprung Willis loose for the extra yards. And then you saw the shoulder charge, as you mentioned. Great opening play on this down distance, 2nd and short. You see if Chicago can convert.
Three wide receivers set, I formation here in Chicago. There's a false start by London, and there's a swing pass to the fullback, and he picks up the first down. Chicago may accept this, or they may decline it after they picked up the first down.
Neutral zone infraction, number 93, defense, odd-yard penalty.
They accept it. And DeMond, you remember last week's game? I think Denver had that same scenario, as we see the ad up there for MeUndies.
Absolutely.
But that was the same scenario where they wanted to accept the penalty or decline. Denver declined the penalty, and it hurt them. Chicago accepted. They got the first down. See what happens here.
5-step drop by King. King goes deep down the middle of the field. He got the reception, and that pass is caught and completed to number 89, J.C. Torres, his first reception today, as he's the number 1 guy here in Chicago.
And great job by Torres, able to make the catch amongst traffic. There's 3 London Knights there. He made the catch, took the hit. Awesome job by him. He had 352 yards receiving and 2 TDs coming into today's game. He just made his mark on that play.
There's E.T. King in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers set. Willis in the backfield with him. Dumps it off to Willis. Willis shoulder charge, but nothing doing. Picks up maybe 2 yards on that reception. Down at the 34-yard line of the Knights. And the Chicago team is marching the ball downfield as well.
Yes, they are. And one of the keys for London was to prevent those long 3rd down conversions. They unfortunately failed on the previous one. Good job by Shady stopping Willis on that pass play.
2-step drop there by King. King throws a dart to Torres down to the bottom of the field, and he picks up 3 yards on the reception. 3rd and 5 now for Chicago, and they have to make this conversion.
Yes, they do if they want to stay in this game. Nice toe drag swagged up by Torres to make this a 3rd and manageable. Let's see if E.T. King can get this team into field goal range here. Shotgun
formation once again for Chicago. 3 wide receivers set. J.C. Torres at the bottom of the field. Everybody goes out on the route. There's a pass down the middle of the field, and that's to Shane Varner. And Shane Varner runs backward. T-Roy, he lost 6 yards on that play.
Yeah, I don't know what Shane Varner was thinking. He should have just kept going forward. That effectively took Chicago out of field goal range. They now have to punt.
They were at 3rd and 3, and now they're 4th and 9. They got to punt this thing away, T-Roy. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, 6-yard loss by avoiding tackles. Oh, no. Oh.
Almost had the ball down at inside of the 5, but a bonehead play by the special teams allowed someone came through and just slid right in the end zone with the ball.
Yeah, he should have known that if you slide the end zone with the ball, that's an automatic touchback. But there was one special teamer from Chicago who actually looked like he could have caught it, decided to let the ball go for some reason.
Twins left here for Rob Roby. Strong I formation. Streeter in the backfield. Handoff here to Streeter up the middle. And Streeter picks up 7, 8, 9 yards. 8 yards on the carry. 44 yards on 10 carries. That's about 4 yards a carry, T-Roy.
And London is following up their game plan. They want to make sure that Streeter gets the ball early and often. And he's been doing a great job. And it doesn't hurt that the O-line's been doing a great job blocking for him.
And that's the end of the first quarter. We're heading into quarter number 2. London Knights are moving the ball. They're going to be 2nd and 2 as we come after this break. You're watching the SFL Simulation Football League presented by APM Music. We're live on YouTube in London, England. The London Knights are marching down the field. 2nd and 2. Strong I formation. Rob Roby underneath the center. Handoff here to Streeter. And Streeter's in the backfield for a 1-yard loss. Clint Hendershot shows up big on that 2nd down play.
Yeah, after the first time he got trucked by Streeter, he like, oh, I had enough. I don't want to get trucked again. I'm laying the hits now. Another great tackle by him, making this a 3rd and 3. Can they stop him? Chicago's D needs to stop London right now, so their offense get great field position.
Strong guy, Twins left for Roby. Handoff here to Streeter.
Oh, whoa.
Streeter picks up the first down after running a guy over. Oh, number 52, your feelings just might be hurt.
Yeah, but you see this replay? Unfortunately, Dylan Rowland had a chance to make a tackle. He completely whiffed. This is later on during the run, but Rowland had a chance to get to Streeter. Unfortunately, completely overran the play, overshot the play. Not a good look. 1st down 10 for London. Good job by Streeter.
105.7 passer rating so far for Rob Roby. R squared down the middle of the field. That pass is deflected and intercepted by the Chicago Wildcats. And that is Jeremy Lang on the reception, interception, shall I say? Tip drill there by Clint Hendershot. Great play there by the middle linebacker. And now Chicago is going to take over in great field position, T-Roy.
Yeah, great awareness by Hendershot. He was able to put his allowing Rowland to make the INT. Now Chicago's offense need to score 6 to get themselves back in this game.
Trips right for E.T. King. Handoff here to Willis up the middle of the field, and Willis is brought down after picking up 2.
And so far, Willis is having a tough time carry the ball in comparison to Streeter. But last week he had 28 carries for 102 yards against your team, DeMond, unfortunately, in their win last week.
Don't remind me, T-Roy.
I'm sorry.
3 wide receivers set here for A.T. King. He goes down the middle of the field. Gets the reception to J.C. Torres. Tell me it isn't so that he was left alone by himself.
He outran the whole secondary of London. Here's the nice dot by E.T. King. Like I said, he just outran the secondary. Nice catch. And DeMont, that pass was from a little bit sharper. He could have ran it in for 6. But still, 1st and goal for Chicago.
That was a great throw there by King. Defense kind of had a missed assignment there to allow Torres to get behind him. Here's a far Joker's formation once again here for the Wildcats. Look for Willis to get this up the middle of the field. It's an ISO, and oh my goodness, he body bags someone as he crosses Hollywood Boulevard, T-Roy. It was Jeff Militian on the bad end of this play, and Willis gets in for 6.
Yeah, fortunately, Jeff was left alone on that island trying to make a tackle on that powerful E-back known as Willis. Didn't work in his favor that time, as Chicago did what they needed to do to get themselves back in this game.
Here's the extra point attempt. Chicago trying to tie it up. The kick is up, and it is good, T-Roy.
Nice answer by Chicago. The INT pays off. Now London's going to have to respond, and they have a great kick returner.
Sponsored by the SFL. Sorry to cut you off. MD, MediaTek Institute. MeUndies. And there's a return here by the Knights from the 10-yard line. Oh, what a run. What a bulldozing run by Jeff Militian. Down and tackled at the 29-yard line.
And
Sorry
he's
about
like,
that.
man.
Oh, go ahead, T-Roy.
Oh, no, you could. Honestly, like, Jeff was like, oh, I'm getting tired of getting trucked on. Let me truck some folks. Nice job by him on that return.
Sorry about that. And the first sponsor that came up on the screen was Matt Doyle, the official graphic designer for the SFL. Strong I formation once again here for the London Knights. Looking for Streeter to get this one here. Up the middle on an ISO, and Streeter almost picks up the first down. Picks up 8 yards. This young man is carrying the London Knights today, T-Roy.
And you see why he's one of the few, if not the only running back that's run for 100 yards every game this season. Because he was able to truck people, and he has plenty of room to roam there because his O-line, his fullbacks, and receivers have done a great job blocking, especially in this formation.
Another handoff here to Streeter up the middle. He picks up the first down and more. Down out to the 43-yard line.
And this rookie should be a great candidate for Rookie of the Year so far. Another nice run. And let's see if they're going to feed him the ball or if Rob Roby's going to throw it.
And the Chicago Wildcats is shedding the defensive backs. Rob Roby calling an audible. Takes a 2-step drop. Dumps it off to Streeter out of the backfield. Tries to stiff for him. Picks up 3 yards on that reception. And Streeter has a total of 66 yards rushing on the ground.
But he also can do it in the air as well. Make great catches as a receiver out of the backfield. But great job by the London defenders, by the Chicago defenders, to be able to stop Streeter from picking up any more yardage on that previous play.
Streeter has a total of 87 yards of London yards here. And 1-step drop by Roby, and he dumps it off. Pass is blowed up after picking up 1 yard. And that is to Donnie Hands with his first reception.
That's the second-year vet making himself known in this game. He had 5 receptions for 75 yards against Indy last week, coming in today's game with 235.
This Chicago defense has been in the nickel defense all game long. There's Roby across the middle of the field, and that pass is almost intercepted. And that is Dylan Rowland coming away with that pass deflection. And London has to punt this thing right back to Chicago, T-Roy.
Yeah, it looks like Chicago's pass defense has been on point so far. They have forbidden the third down conversions up to this point in the game. Great job by Rowland. But if he would have made that INT, Chicago would have had great field position in comparison to what's about to happen after this play.
London sent out on his punt team, and there's the punt. It is up. And there's a return from the 11-yard line, and he's brought down at the 18. My apologies, that was the 16-yard line. Picks up 2 yards on the return before he's brought down. And, T-Roy, you stated earlier about the rookie. The second year, man. Let's talk about this Chicago team that does not have a single rookie on their roster. Everyone is 2 years or older on this roster here for Chicago.
And
Always
Shan
looking for
Varner-
veterans.
Yes, sir. That's exactly what happened.
3 wide receivers set here for E.T. King. Takes a 2-step drop, dumps it off to the bottom of the field, and that is to Carter. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that's Carter's second reception.
And he already equaled his mark from last week in terms of receptions. He only had 2 last week. He has 2 now. He's getting more involved in the Chicago Wildcats scheme here in today's game.
Second and 4, handoff here to Willis up the middle of the field, and Willis picks up the first down. Out to the 31-yard line. Willis now with 25 yards on the day. 1 rushing touchdown, 4.2 is his average, T-Roy.
Yeah, and those who may be new to the SFL, Willis joined mid-season last season. In fact, his first game was against my team, Baltimore, in a close-fought battle that we was able to win.
And here's a trips bunch to the right of King, and King dumps it off to Torres to the top of the field. He picks up 6 yards on that reception.
Actually, that is to Shan Varner who made that, making up for that previous 6 yards. He gave those 6 yards.
That was Varner. Oh, a little trickery there with Varner going out into the wide-out spot. I sure thought it was Torres. And far Joker's there. Handoff here to Willis, and Willis picks up the first down on that carry.
Good job by Willis. Able to get that first down and get forward progress before the London Knights defenders stop him. See if Chicago can add on to their lead as they're now at their own 41.
3 wide receivers set here for Chicago. Up the middle is Willis, and Willis picks up 5 yards on that carry. And Willis is starting to get things moving now, T-Roy.
Yeah, he's starting to heat up. And DeMond, if you may remember, the person that Willis replaced last season was an SFL legend, J. Calvin Kim. And Willis has done a great job filling in his shoes and producing for Chicago, especially this season.
It looks like Shan Varner is in the slot in a far tight end flex formation for Chicago. 5-step drop as E.T. King steps up in the pocket. Got some men down to the bottom of the field. They're going to call it incomplete. That was Buchanan Simmons, the intended receiver. Unable to catch the ball in bounds.
I wonder if Chicago wants to challenge that. You only need 1 foot in bounds to complete a catch. They are not. They're going to go ahead and see if they can convert this third and manageable, 3rd and 5.
Here in London, split back formation. 3 wide receivers set here for the Wildcats. 5-step drop by E.T. King. He loves going down the middle of the field. That pass is intercepted. Intercepted by Jeff Militian as he strolls and struts as he celebrates after that pick. E.T. King second for the day. T-Roy.
And that is Jeff Militian saying it's payback time for that previous touchdown he gave up. Nice job. And he kind of reminds me of another guy who actually played for Atlanta that wore the number 21. Kind of reminds me of Deion. He is the team's Deion Sanders. Great job by him.
Neon Dion is what they used to call him.
Prime time.
Strong eye, formation. Twins right to Roby. Tight end on the play as well. Dumps it off to the fullback. He makes this reception. He picks up 4 on that reception, T-Roy.
And good job by the fullback turning up field. Give him 40 yards. Now that 48 actually kind of reminds me of Daryl Moose Johnson, don't you think?
The A-Train. We'll call Fuller Butchers the B-Train. Halfback power high up the middle of the field, and that is to Streeter. Streeter picks up 2 yards. Looks like he picked up more than that.
And DeMond, I thought he's actually going to pick up more than just the 2. If he was able to cut back to actually cut it out to his right, it looked like he had he actually had more room to roam on his right side. Didn't happen on that play, but it's 3rd and manageable. They should be able to convert. We'll see.
Offset strong eye. Twins to the left this time. Another dump off here to the fullback. He picks up the first down and more. The fullback is getting it done. It's out of the backfield. 48. You call him A-Train, Moose Johnson, whatever. He's getting it done.
Yes, he is. And he made a nice catch here, and Chicago was not ready for the fullback to be involved in this game. He was wide open once again as he converted that first down. Oh, this is the first. No running backs in the backfield.
On a 1st and 10 as well. I think this is the first time they're throwing it on first down. 3 wide receivers to the left of Rob Roby. 2 to the top. Takes a 3-step drop. Throws an out route down to the bottom of the field. That pass is caught. You gotta be kidding me. Hands.
Wow.
You have some great hands.
And DeMond, he's living up to his namesake. You will get these hands, Chicago. Good job by James preventing the defender of Chicago from picking that off. And Mr. All-Pro Party is throwing dots.
I don't think I've ever met a guy where his government name is a part of his body as well. By a 3-step drop here by Roby. Roby has time across the middle of the field. That pass is caught by hands. This time Donnie, but man, he took a shot by Hendershot.
And Clint is living up to his name. He's hindering folks after they make a catch. Nice tackle by him as we reach the 2-minute warning.
And that is the Quip 2-minute warning. You're watching the SFL presented by APM Music on YouTube. Quip Design delivers simple ways to keep your mouth healthy with time vibration. Brush heads refills for $5, refilled every 3 months, covered for life with free shipping for life. Try for 30 days and support the SFL. Rob Roby down the middle of the field. Sorry, had to cut it short, and that's a touchdown for London. Man, these guys are putting on a show. Chicago and London, and as the fireworks explode from that touchdown from Roby to McCarroll.
And that is McCarroll's 2nd touchdown of the game as he just outran the defense once again. Chicago got caught napping as McCarroll got it in, made that nice catch, and took it to the house for 6.
What a bomb by Roby. Donnie the Don is what they call him in London. There's a snap for the extra point. The kick is up. T-Roy, and it's good. It's right down the pipe. London goes up 14-7 over the Chicago Wildcats. Looks like this is going to be an all-out fight.
Yeah, this game's been mixed with punishing hits and great plays. London so far is on the winning side right now. We'll see if Chicago can answer and get a score before the half is over.
And there's the kick on the return. And Chicago takes the return from the 10-yard line out to the 28, 29-yard line where they're going to down the ball. I'm going to finish this promo here. Try for 30 days for the Equip. Support the SFL with the promo code in the scroll below. A portion of your purchase supports the SFL. Quip, a more wholesome clean. I had to get to the ad. I just couldn't leave the ad on, hanging out there like that. 3 wide receivers set now for E.T. King as they're playing catch-up. Under 2-minute warning. 1:52 left here in the 2nd quarter, and that pass is caught. And it picks up the first down. And it looks like Corey Carter comes away with that reception.
And he's becoming more and more involved in the game plan today. He's already eclipsed his receiving total from last. Nice job by him as we see Torres getting ready to line up and make a play here.
3 wide receivers set here for the Wildcats. 5-step drop by E.T. King. Has Day. And that pass is deflected by Militian. Not today, son.
And Damon, that was a very dangerous throw from the 5th-year vet here by E.T. King. Thankfully, it didn't hurt him. 2nd and 10 for Chicago. See if they can move the ball down the field on this play.
This is like an all-out war. 3-4 defense are the Knights. Shane Bonner in the slot. Handoff here to Willis up the middle, and he's stopped in the backfield. And looks like Slim Shady was on the play. No, I take that back. It was not Shady. That was Jamie McDonald coming away with that tackle in the backfield with the tackle for loss. 3rd and 2 for Chicago, T-Roy.
And I know London's loving it with McDonald making that tackle, making it 3rd and long. Chicago doesn't convert. London will have a chance to add on to their lead here.
3 wide receivers to the top for King with Shane Bonner on the line. 2-step drop for King. King has all time of the day, and that pass is deflected and knocked away by McLishan. Telling Bonner, look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, he's telling Bonner, look at the scoreboard because it could potentially get worse for Chicago. Great job by Jeff McLishan making that tip drill possible. Blake had a chance to pick it up, but wasn't able to do so. But however, London will get the ball, and they should have plenty of time to add on to their lead here.
They have 1 minute and 9 seconds, and McLishan will be the returner. As I was stating earlier, that this just might be an all-out war. As the intro guy stated, that a loss today just might bring down London's bridge, and the London Knights are not willing to allow that to happen, as they are in a war here with Chicago, and they're ready for battle. And McLishan receives the punt, and nothing doing, stopped at the 23-yard line.
And there's Rob Roby, who did a great job so far this half. Let's see if he can lead his team and get added onto his lead, potentially getting 3 points, maybe 6. Their receivers are balling out so far today.
4 wide receivers, no tight end on the play. 3 to the left here of Roby. Streeter in the backfield. 3-step dot by Roby. Roby throws a dart, calls him into the field, and that is 2 hands. James Hands with the reception. They're going to hurry up after he picks up the first down. Or they're going to spike it, or they're just going to continue to go here. No huddle. Robbie on the snap. Down the middle of the field. He got Hands. This time it's Donnie. Breaks the tackle from Spurgeon. And in 25 is not going to catch him. Crosses Hollywood Boulevard. Blake Hammond unable to make the tackle, and he wipes the baby there as he crosses the goal line for the touchdown. And London is about to go up by 14 points.
And Donnie Hands was able to run past the Chicago secondary. That's the second time that Chicago was caught napping at the wheel. They're going to need to make some big halftime adjustments because these receivers are flat out burning them, unfortunately, for the Wildcats. Great job by Mr. All-Pro Party, though, recognizing that Donnie Hands was wide open and delivered that night.
Oh, I tell you, T-Roy, it's an all-pro party here in London. Wouldn't you agree, sir?
Yes, I do, and I also agree that that song needs to come back. We need that intro back. It was fire.
Baby girl, it's an all-pro party.
Seriously, that intro was fire.
And the extra point was up, and it's good. T-Roy right down the middle of the pike. And London is up 21-7 with 36 seconds left here in the second quarter, right before the half.
Yeah, London's offense has been on fire. The special teams been on point. Defense been on point. It's a total team effort.
And there's a return by Chicago. Spin move by Carter. Nothing doing. Hit and brought down by Will Roger. And Chicago would take over 1st and 10 with 33 seconds left on the clock at Chicago's 31-yard line.
And Will Rogers said, not in my neighborhood. Nice tackle by him to prevent that return from being worse than what it was.
3-4 formation for the defense. Strong eye in Chicago. Handoff here to Willis. Willis bulldoze one guy, and they're going to run no huddle here. King is taking all day long to get the snap off. There's another handoff here to Willis. Not sure why they're in this same formation. They're going to keep running this same play, I guess just to run the clock down. And there's another handoff to Willis up the middle of the field. ISO, and Willis is stopped right before the first down line. 4th and 1. And London is not going to call a timeout. They're going to let the clock run down. And here going to go into halftime. London up 21-7 over Chicago. T-Roy, take us away with the halftime stats and highlights.
Well, right now, London is just on fire. Everything is working out for them. Passing yards, they're winning. Rushing yards, they're leading. Total yards, everything is all London right now. As we go back to the keys of the game for the London Knights. They want to get their running game going early and often. They want to make big plays down the field. I say that they are A+ on that. While defense, they're trying not to give up the big third down conversions. A+ on that as well. London is doing an awesome job today here in the first half. While Chicago, they need to wake up and catch fire, get themselves back in this game. Since they'll get the ball first, they need to score 6 for sure. Otherwise, this game's about to get out of here. We see the tip drill. One of the positives from Chicago from the first half. Great job by Hendershot with the tip drill, and great job by the Chicago cornerback picking that pass off. And then an awesome dot by E.T. King to Torres, which will lead to a touchdown by Jarrett Willis. But since then, Chicago's offense has been cold. And Jeff Malinshin showing that he is prime time for the London Knights. And here's that second touchdown by McCarl, burning the secondary. Chicago's secondary needs to wake up. Otherwise, plays like this will continue to happen in the second half.
I absolutely agree with you. I also have to point out that London on third down conversion is converting 75% of their third down plays, in Chicago only 35. That's a humongous difference. 40-point difference, T-Roy.
And that's the reason why they have 21 points on the board, because they converting the money down, as we should call it here in this league.
Absolutely. We get ready to start off this second half with Matt Doyle Designs, the official graphics partner of the SFL. To get a custom project done, visit mattdoyle.ca. And there's the kick to start off the third quarter. We're in London, England, as we're sipping on tea here in the booth. I must say to you, they have some great tea here in London.
Yes, I like sweet tea, and they was able to accommodate me here in the booth with some sweet tea. Thank you so much for the hospitality.
Did they give you the little package, or they gave you the cubes of sugar?
They actually just stirred it in like it was from McDonald's. You know how they like to stir that stuff in?
3-4 is the defense. Strong eye formation here for Chicago. 2 wide receivers and 2 tight ends on the play. Then there's strong eye pro. And there's a handoff to Willis up the middle of the field, and he picks up 9 yards. Might as well say 10, because they're only going to give him 2nd and inches to make the first down.
And that's a good... Oh, sorry, Demond, that was a good start for that drive there. Nice run. They should be able to convert this.
Give it up for our guy, Jarrett Willis, on stats today, doing an awesome job in the stat booth. Handoff here to Willis up the middle, power formation, and he's off to the races. He almost breaks the tackle down to the 31-yard line. Willis is now starting to come alive.
He almost took that to the house. Nice job by the O-line, the receivers of the Wildcats, and then great job by Willis showing the speed and explosion and the agility needed. Nice job, nice run. Chicago is heating up and catching fire. Demond, that's one of the things you love to say, and that's what Chicago's doing.
80 yards on the day now for Willis. After that run, Shane Vaughn in the slot. Looks like a strong tight end flex formation here for the offense. And they're on a power formation run. And Willis crosses Hollywood Boulevard for the touchdown. Oh, my goodness. Willis, 2 big carries to get Chicago on the board. Give him 6.
And Demond, I believe this whole drive is all Jarrett Willis. He had all 3 plays, not including the kickoff return. Great job. And what makes a successful running game in any league, any football league? Great blocking by the O-line, the fullback, the tight ends, and receivers, and that's what we saw in the previous 2 runs.
I must say that I agree with you on that, T-Roy. And they ran basically the same run play. They ran a power O 2 times where that the left guard pulled to the right side of the field to break free Jared Willis. There's the extra point. That thing is good right down the middle. Chicago 14, down by 7 to London, up 21.
And what a response to the touchdown London had at the end of the first half. Imagine if the secondary for Chicago was on point in the second half. This game would probably be tied at this point.
Now the Chicago defense has to stop this fiery and high-powered London offense that has just been on fire so far today. There's Malaysian down to the 30-yard line.
And DeMond, I got to give Chicago special teams props because they're doing a great job making sure that Jeff Malaysian doesn't get a chance to break off one of his long touchdown kickoff returns that he's known for.
Power I formation now for London. Streeter in the backfield. There's a handoff delayed to the halfback up the middle of the field. Picks up 2 yards.
And great job by Dylan Rowland making that open field tackle on Streeter, preventing him from getting more than just 2 yards. Can Chicago's D stop the running back from getting 100 yards rushing again? We'll see.
3 wide receivers set here now for London. Head off here to Streeter up to the top of the field. And Streeter is brought down. And that's Dylan comes away with that tackle.
That's the second one on this drive. Stopping Streeter for a 1-yard loss. This is good for Chicago. If they can stop him here, prevent this 3rd down conversion, they should get good field position to mine.
Nickel formation to the defense. 5 wide receivers out on the play. Empty formation. 2-step drop here by Roby. Roby throws a dart down the bottom of the field, and that pass is completed, but they say he's out of bounds. Looks like he got a foot in, you ask me.
I agree. I think London should challenge that. We'll see if the coach decides to challenge it.
And let's see if we're going to get our Everscroll close challenge call of the day. And looks like London is not going to challenge it. They're going to accept it and kick the ball right back to Chicago. 4th and 9. They get ready to set to punt the ball off. And Chicago bring pressure. T-Roy almost come away with the block there. And there's Carter on the spin move, and Carter is brought down at the 31.
Yeah, I need Carter for him. I need Carter to stop spinning, exposing his back to the defenders. Otherwise, he's gonna be in a hot tub for at least 2 or 3 days.
I must say that I agree with you. First and 10 here in London. Chicago, E.T. King underneath the center. Dumps it off to Willis out of the backfield. Willis puts a stiff arm on a defender, but then he's blowed up by number 96. And that is Blake Craze coming away with the tackle. If I'm not mistaken, I want to say that's Craze's first tackle today.
Yeah, I believe that's the first time he called his name for a tackle. And he was telling Willis that you're crazy if you're going to think you're going to pass me. Good job by him making us the 2nd and 3 for Chicago.
Far Joker's formation. Handoff here to Willis up the middle of the field. Willis bulldozes his way past Malaysian for the 1st down.
This game has been a physical game so far, Damon. And it's not just the defense that's laying out the hits. The offenses for both teams are getting involved. This has been a physical game.
Shotgun formation here for Chicago at their very own 44-yard line. 1st and 10 is E.T. King. Steps up in the pocket. Dumps it off to Willis, and Willis is stopped. Looks like Slim Shady is going to hold him up and bring him down for a 2-yard loss. And Shin Slady is known for tackles for loss, T-Roy, as he comes into the game with 8. And I think that's probably his 10th because he did get one earlier today.
I agree with you. I believe that is his 10th tackle for loss. And he was coming into today's game with 207 total tackles before today. He has been a monster at linebacker.
Power I formation here for the Wildcats. Hand off to Willis up the middle of the field. Willis is stopped at the goal line. Maybe picked up one. They're going to give him forward progress. Say that it did cross the line. But that was Mike Lazowski comes away with that tackle, not allowing Willis to get any further upfield. Shotgun formation here for Chicago. 3 wide receivers to the left of A.T. King. Willis in the backfield. Throws an out route down to Torres, and Torres is out of bounds. Picked up 4. And great defense for the London Knights, T-Roy, as they force Chicago to kick it back off to them.
Yeah, it looked like Chicago had the momentum from their previous drive, but the London Knights just put the halt to that. Great defense by them. We'll see what Jeff Militia can do here once he gets this punt. He did return 1 punt for a touchdown earlier this year, which made the top 10 plays of the week earlier this season.
And there's the punt. And London brought pressure. And Malaysian calling a fair catch. And man, my goodness, these special team hits. Somebody's going to get hurt out there.
But as we all know, the doctors here in the SFL are awesome. So they'll be all right. But you still don't want to give yourself a butt whipping by not calling a fair catch. Wave that hand in the air, save yourself a vicious beatdown, as we just saw there.
Bar spread here for the London Knights. Handoff here to Streeter. Streeter bulldozes and picked up the first down. This young man is really balling today, T-Roy. The rookie is putting on a show.
Yes, he is. He's just inching closer to that 100-yard rushing mark. And Demond, last season, these two teams were in the same conference. They're the Eastern Division foes before we came together as this one super conference. And you see that in spite of the fact that we're one super conference, this rivalry is still hot.
Rob Roby in the shotgun formation, 3 wide receiver set. Takes a 2-step drop, throws a corner post, and he got it to hands. It's James Hands out to the races. The 20, the 10, touchdown T-Roy as he crosses Hollywood Boulevard. Give him 6 on the board, and London goes up by 13.
And Demond, I believe all wide receivers for London has scored touchdowns. Here's a nice catch by Hands. He beat Blake Hamrick with a double move as he did a slant to the left. And then he just uses to carry him in to the end zone. And he's a very fast guy for someone weighing 240 pounds. I guess nobody from Chicago wanted to lay the wood on him.
A guy with that frame, 6'6" as well. And you're right, T-Roy, there's no need to think. You're absolutely correct, baby. All 3 receivers for London has scored a touchdown today. You win the prize. And the kick is up. It is good right down the middle. Now the London Knights are up by 14 points over Chicago. Third quarter, T-Roy, 5 minutes and 27 seconds left to go in the quarter, which is a total of 16 minutes and 27 seconds left in the game. What are your take for the remainder of this game, sir?
Well, I need Chicago's secondary to wake up. They look like they look like they're suffering from jet lag. Again, they're from Chicago. We're here in London. Time difference is a big factor, and so far, Chicago secondary is suffering. And Demond, I'm gonna have to ask Shan Barner to change the font on those jerseys. I can barely see the names on those jerseys.
Yeah, what the designer for Chicago did is they had white on the numbers instead of putting the color on it. They had white names. And they did change the font of the jersey. There's a dump off to Jarrett Willis there. Willis picks up 1 yard.
And DeMond, as we get inching closer to the fourth quarter, the running game will not be a factor for Chicago if they don't start putting points on the board. They're going to be one-dimensional, and that's going to play into London's game plan here.
King underneath the center, throws a pass across the middle of the field, one-handed reception. And that was to Simmons. What a nice one-handed reception there across the middle and all that traffic.
And DeMond Buchanan Simmons got to get props for making that nice catch, but he's also a skinny guy too. 6'4", but only 195 pounds. He's able to make that catch and take the hit.
There's a handoff to Willis up the middle of the field, and Willis picks up the first down before being brought down by Malaysian and Lazowski. I'm sorry, not Malaysian, Malaysian. Sorry about that. Malaysian. I don't know why I keep wanting to say Malaysian. Maybe because I know of a lady named Malaysian. Three wide receiver set. Looks like Shan Varner in the slot. King goes to Varner, and that pass is broken up by none other than Dan Maddox, the cornerback. I thought it was Malaysian who came away with the deflection, as he has just been straight balling today.
Give a good job by Max with the pat down. I believe that is his 9th pat down of his career. It's making the second and long for Chicago.
Trips left for A.T. King. Throws an out route to, looks like Varner. And Varner picks up a few yards on the play. Not enough for the first down. 3rd and 3 now for Chicago. As we stated earlier to T-Ward, that they're 35% on the day on 3rd down conversions.
Yeah, and they're going to have to convert this 3rd down here. But it looks like if Shan was able to maintain his balance and turn upfield, he would have gotten the first down on that catch. But it's 3rd and short. It's 3rd and manageable. Chicago should be able to convert. We'll see what E.T. King and the Wildcats offense can do here on this play.
They come out in a run-heavy package. Looks like this is a 22 package. And there's a handoff to Willis, and Willis, no, they're not going to give him the first down. I thought he crossed the line, T-Roy. They're going to say 4th and inches.
I thought he crossed the line, too. This is the danger zone for Chicago. They need to challenge this and see if he actually did cross the line. Or they may go for it.
And Chicago are going to go for it. 4th and inches. Let's see if they get the snap off. Far Jokers formation is the Wildcats. And the Knights are not going to bring any type of pressure. Everyone is being obedient. And Chicago calls a timeout, and they're going to punt it away.
Great discipline by London there. Not jumping before they Chicago hiked the ball. And if I was Chicago, I'd rather have challenged that. Because if they would have lost, they would have lost that timeout anyway. But at least they would have had a chance to see if Wills converted that first down on that last carry. Instead, they put themselves behind the 8. Now, one less timeout. They're down by 14, and London's about to get the ball back with their high-powered offense.
There's a snap for the punt. It is up. And return out to the 23-yard line by Malaysian.
Now, if there's one positive we can take from Chicago, their special teams has been on point. Malaysian's been didn't get any room to roam here as a punt returner, and hasn't broken a long punt return for a touchdown in this game yet. Good job by the special teams. We'll see what London's offense can do here.
And London comes out in a power I formation. Handoff hits to Streeter up the middle, and Streeter fumbled the ball. He put the pigskin on the ground, and Chicago takes over at London's 28-yard line. This just may be the momentum that Chicago needed in the turnaround for their offense.
We see the replay here. as Reggie Streeter was unfortunately careless carrying the ball. He didn't put two hands on that ball as he was getting hit by the Chicago linebackers, and then great job by Hamrick to pick up the loose ball. Chicago has to put up 6 so they can stay in this game. This is a prime opportunity for them to see if they can convert.
You're taught back in Pop Warner to hold that thing high and tight. He held it low and loose, and that's what happened. Handoff here to Willis, and Willis picks up 5 yards on that carry. Brought down by a host of Knights, and that is Flynn Shady and Nathan Blake on the tackle.
And you see the stats there. Willis went over 100 yards rushing today. He ran for over 100 yards in all but one game this season. He's been a very productive player for Chicago so far.
Far Jokers formation once again here for Chicago, and Willis gets skinny, picks up the first down, picks up 6 yards on that play.
And he looked like he was about to get stopped for a loss, but then he was able to do a shimmy shake to free himself the first down.
And here's a shout out to our participants: Jeff Malician, Lamb Crowder, Maurice Spurgeon, and Rob Roby in the chats. 3 wide receivers set. Here for Chicago, King dumps it off to, intended for Torres, but that pass is broken up, and A.T. King is looking for a pass interference. No meat undies laundry today for you, King, and we haven't seen any today at all.
Yeah, and that was very dangerous throw by E.T. King that could have been picked off by the London cornerback, who decided to go after Torres instead. Thankfully for Chicago, they have another chance to put 6 on the board.
34 defense for London. Knights are in a far package. Jokers in the handoff here to Willis, and Willis picks up 2 yards on the carry. It's a man getting up slow there for the Knights, and that is Craze.
Yeah, but unfortunately, a poor job by the Chicago O-lineman. He got destroyed as soon as Willis got the ball, which put a stop to that carry.
5 wide receivers for E.T. King. Takes a 2-step drop, throws to the back of the end zone. That pass is intercepted. Nathan Blake with his second INT of the day. You gotta be kidding me.
And that's the 3rd INT total for E.T. King. That's been the difference of today's game. Turnovers. I think Roby only had 1 INT, while E.T. King just threw his 3rd. And you don't want to turn the ball over in the red zone. That's going to come back to haunt Chicago if their defense doesn't wake up.
Absolutely. The London Knights are set on this drive at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10. They're in the strong power I formation. Streeter has been the man for them on the run game. And Streeter cuts back to midfield. Breaks the tackle out to the 40-yard line. He's brought down at the 39. My apologies. But oh, what a run by Streeter.
Wow. I thought he's wrong lane, but he said, no, hold on. This was a better route. Going to the left. He broke that 1 tackle and then got that first down. I believe he should either be at 99 or 100 yards rushing after that carry.
On that carry, that T-Roy, that brings them to 103. They're in the same formation once again. They're going to give it to Streeter here. Streeter up the middle on an ISO. Picked up maybe 1 yard. No, they're not going to give him the yard. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Both of these running backs are almost neck and neck on carry. Sorry, T-Roy, to cut you off. 22 for Willis for 136, and Streeter 21 carries for 103.
And that's the 5th straight game he went over 100 yards rushing. That's awesome for Streeter.
Strong eye twins left, and handoff hit to Streeter, and Streeter picks up a yard. It looks like London is basically trying to run out the clock. And there it is, people. End of the 3rd quarter. Throw your 4s up in the air and wave them like you just don't care.
Man, if we were in like Wisconsin, they'll be jumping up and down right now. And that's what the Knights fans are doing right now. They're happy that their team's up by 14.
Third down here for London. Two-step drop by Robbie. Robbie throws out to the sideline on the out route pass to Hands, and he's going to have the reception, but he's not going to pick up the the first down as he come up short by 3.
Yeah, he did came up short, but you saw his total. He had 120 yards receiving after that catch. And Damon, he just went over the 2,800 career receiving mark for him. Great job. Unfortunately, didn't get the first down, but good job personally, stat-wise, for James Hands.
There's Carter on the reception, and Carter's brought down hard. Chicago's going to take over at their very own 23-yard line.
So, Damon, the only thing the interception done was just took time off the clock. It took away opportunity to put 6 on the board. But Chicago has to wake up here. We'll see what happens.
Fourth quarter. 10:33 left. There's a 5-step drop by King. King steps up in the pocket, and he finds Willis, and Willis is hit hard. And it looks like Craig on the tackle, putting a punishment on Willis.
Again, break plays. It's like, Willis, you are crazy. Thinking going to get past me. Nice open film. And I think Chicago's going to have to find another means to get the ball down the field. Their running game should be just thrown out the window until this game gets closer.
Shotgun formation for E.T. King and the Chicago Wildcats. Shane Varner in the slot. Throws across the middle of the field. That pass was intended for Varner or Carter. And that pass is deflected away. Looks like Carter was the intended receiver.
And Blake be crazy. Nice job by him. He can not only stop people in the open field with his nice tackle, but he can also pat the ball down. And I think if 51 wasn't in the way, he might have a chance to pick that off.
Right. And my apologies, that wasn't Varner in the slot. That was Simmons.
Man, maybe Carter's something from jet lag. You see him yawning there?
J.C. Torres to the top of the field. 4 wide receivers and a tight end on the play. And dumps it off to Carter, it looks like, and nothing doing. Picks up 3 yards on the play. Not Carter. There was Austin Matrullo on that reception. And Chicago's going to have to kick it back to London.
Yeah, unfortunately, Chicago's now one-dimensional. London's not worried about the running game, up by 14. Chicago's will need a miracle or just somehow create a turnover to get themselves back in this game.
Oh, Malaysian. My goodness, I can't get the dude's name out. Malaysian, what a juke move that was on that return. I thought he was about to break the entire thing off to the house.
I thought so too. Nice spin move by him. He looked like he had a chance to take it to the house, like you said. But good job by the special teams of Chicago for preventing that from happening.
Shotgun formation. Here now for London. 3 wide receivers to the bottom, 1 to the top for Rob Roby. Throws a deep post! And guess who it is? It is McCarroll. Comes away with a big catch.
And Damon, once again, a London Knight receiver just outruns the secondary. They got caught napping. Nice catch by him. Good job by Spurgeon, though, to prevent that from being another house call for McCarroll, who already has 2 touchdowns in today's game.
I formation twins for the London Knights. 5-step drop by Robbie. Dumps it off here to Streeter. And Streeter picks up 2 yards on that reception.
And Damon may have been just 2 yards, but the most important thing that play has done, it helps keep the clock moving. That clock is burning and burning away. If Chicago doesn't do anything soon, this game will be over.
Rob Roby throwing a 132 passer rating. My goodness. Handoff hits the street up the middle. And picks up a yard. 3rd and 6 at Chicago's 26-yard line. With 8 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter.
Yep, and the clock keeps burning. Chicago needs to stop him here. Hopefully block this potential field goal attempt. And then catch fire on offense and get themselves back in this game.
2-step drop by Roby. Roby throws a post route. He got the reception. McCarroll in for the touchdown. No, I take it back. It's James Hands. My goodness, what a play. And the 3rd down convergence for Lundy continues to go up and up and up. Oh, I thought it was Hands. It is McCarroll with his 2nd touchdown today, T.Y.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the Chicago defender tried to go up and up and up and completely whiff on that potential pat down. And McCarroll couldn't help himself and make his catch and take it into the house for the 3rd time in today's game. I'm assuming he's going to be our MVP of today's game, McCarroll. Maybe Roby.
And there's the extra point attempt. It is up. And that attempt is good.
Now, Damon, here's some weird info for you. Do you remember who was London's kicker last season before actually someone else came in and took his spot? Do you remember the name of the kicker?
No, I don't keep names of kickers.
Yeah, I guess that's how London felt. But the name of the kicker was Austin Powers. They have a new kicker now.
Just caught out to the 31-yard line of Chicago, and they're down by 21. As they got to get something going here. As London is running away with this game. 7 minutes and 36 seconds left, T.Y.
Yeah, 21 points isn't impossible, but it's definitely hard to do so. As we see Jared Willis out there as a receiver, the running game is now not a factor for Chicago.
Shotgun formation for Chicago. E.T. King steps up in the pocket. That pass is almost picked off by Nathan Blake, which would have been his 3rd on the day. Great defensive play there by Blake.
Yeah, and Damon, it looked like Willis had a chance to make that catch, but for some reason he didn't attempt to do so. Probably would have worked out for him anyway, because if he would have missed that catch, maybe Blake would be able to pick that off. 2nd and 10 for Chicago. We'll see what happens on this play.
2nd and 10 for Chicago. 4 wide receivers. A.T. King goes deep, and that pass is intercepted. Nathan Blake with his 3rd INT today. London, your bridge will be saved.
It has not fallen down. It's staying constructed. And while McCarroll has his 3rd touchdown of the game, Blake has his 3rd interception. They both have the hat trick today. Great job by London. This has been a total team effort. And I guess the jet lag has definitely affected Chicago today. They're just caught sleeping this whole game, unfortunately.
Oh, my goodness, T-Roy. Rob Roby's in the shotgun, still looking to fire it up through the air as he throws a dart to James Hands, picks up 3 yards there on that pass completion.
London's not done. They telling Chicago, you will be getting these hands today. Good job by James Ham making the toe drag swag. The only bad part is that, no, actually the clock's still going. I thought he went out of bounds, but he didn't.
I thought he went out of bounds as well. High formation, power I. As handoff hits the Streeter. Streeter breaks the tackle. Oh, T-Way, if he would stayed out to the outside. He had open daylight out there.
And I'm wondering if the rookie Reggie Streeter is trying to show Chicago some mercy now. Good run by him, but by staying inside, the one thing he does for the London Knights is help burn that clock. That clock is continuing to burn as we're getting closer to the end of the game. That
is absolutely correct. Hand off it to Streeter up the middle, and Streeter picks up 2 yards. On that tackle is Clint Hendershot, the leading tackler for the Chicago defense.
Second and 7.
Clint Hendershot make a nice hit to dislodge the ball or something so Chicago can get back in this game. They're down by a huge margin. They need a miracle.
Rob Roby on the 5-step drop across the middle is James Hands, and he makes the completion. He picks up 3 yards on that reception.
And what a great job by the London Knights, where their season's on the line. You don't want to fall to 1-5 and potentially knock yourself out of the playoffs. The Knights saved their season with their performance today. A great performance all around.
Strong guy twins left. There's a handoff at the Streeter. The Streeter's off to the races. Picks up the first down to the 24-yard line. And T-Roy, the Chicago defense comes into today's game only giving up 19.4 points per game. They've let up 35 here today to London.
See, they may have given up 19-4 in America, but they're giving up 35 here in jolly old England.
I hate to laugh, but that was funny.
I hate to throw shade, but that's what it looks like, unfortunately, for Chicago.
The truth is the truth, T-Roy. There's another handoff here to Streeter, and Streeter looks like he's getting tired. But London is running down this clock. Chicago only have 2 timeouts remaining. And Streeter picks up 6 yards on that carry.
Yeah, he may be getting tired, but he's still gaining positive yards. Over 5 yards a carry. Awesome day by Streeter.
They're going to come out in the same formation. And there's a handoff at the Streeter. Streeter picks up the first down as he's moving slowly as the game goes. He's getting tired, T-Roy, but give him credit for picking up that first down.
Yeah, he pick up that first down, but who else is tired? The Chicago defense.
Let's go.
First and 10 here for London at Chicago's 13-yard line. Power I formation here are the Knights. James Hands to the top of the field all by himself, and looks like London's going to play clock run out. Hand off here to Streeter. Streeter runs through traffic, hit hard after picking up 4 yards. 140 on the day on 29 carries for the rookie.
And very valuable rookie at that, too. One of the great running backs in this league. Again, he's probably the only running back in this league to run for 100 yards in every game this season. This is London's 5th game, and this Streeter's 5th game over 100 yards rushing, as we see the backup in there now, giving Streeter a break.
Strong eye twins. Oh, great block. Oh, great shoulder charge to fall forward. 3rd and 2 for the London Knights. They're down to Chicago's 4-yard line, and they're beating on the door of this here in the red zone, T-Roy.
Yep, and it doesn't matter what will be the end result of this drive. The most important part we can take away from this drive is that clock is continuing to burn. This game is well in London's hand as they about to go to 2 and 4.
That clock is singing the Usher song, Just Let It Burn. Strong eye formation once again. The backup running back is in. Hand off into the halfback up the middle of the field. Picks up the first down. T-Roy, you got to be kidding me. This team has been awesome on 3rd down conversions today.
London has done a great job with their game plan. Once again, it was giving their running game going early and often. They did that. They want to make big plays down the field. They have done that, and they have put the halt on Chicago's defense, preventing them from making great 3rd down conversions. Total A-plus effort today. Great job by London.
Strong eye formation once again here for the Knights. At the 3-yard line, they're burning the clock. And there's a handoff to Hahn. Hahn down to the 1-yard line now. And they're just wearing down this defensive line for Chicago. And there's a look at Maurice Spurgeon. Equip 2-minute warning here in London as they're up by 21, 35-14, up on Chicago. Other sponsors of the SFL, Spigo, your choice for sound reinforcement. Get to the GOAT. MeUndies, the world's most comfortable underwear for men and women. Visit MeUndies.com/simulation FL for support to lead. And there's another handoff. It's a Hahn, and Hahn gets in. No, they're going to call it short. I was about to explode out of my chair, T-Roy.
I was too, but the clock just went down to 1 minute 57 seconds. I believe this drive is a 6-minute drive so far and counting. What a time-consuming drive by London to put this game away.
Strong eye formation once again here for the Knights. There's a handoff. It's a Hahn, and Hahn gets in. Give him 6 as he crosses Hollywood Boulevard. T-Roy, put it in a stat street for the backup halfback, Peter Hahn.
And you think that Streeter would be the one who will score a rushing touchdown today, but it was actually the backup. Streeter did not score a rushing touchdown. It's been all wide receivers up until this point, as Hahn just put the nail in the coffin in today's game.
You hit it right on the nail there, as the nail in the coffin, as this has just been a blowout game here for London versus Chicago. And that extra point is good. And and London goes up by 28, T-Roy.
Yep. London's letting you know that you're not in America, Chicago, where you're going to give up 19 points a game. You here in our country, jolly old England. And this is one of the times where England will come out as the victors in American football. Oof.
Doesn't have a good ring to it, but hey, it's the truth.
Yep. Yes, sir.
There's caught on the return, but a juke move on a few guys down to the 31-yard line. 1 minute and 51 seconds left in the game. You're watching the SFL Simulation Football League presented by APM Music. MediaTechInstitute.edu. Do what you love what you do. The proud sponsors of the SFL. We have a new sponsor of the SFL, T-Roy. Do you know what it is?
I don't unfortunately remember the name, but we're going to be hearing about it at the end of today's game for sure.
And there's King down the middle of the field, and he got Varner. Take that back. That's not Varner. That is Torres. No huddle. Oh, what a blitz. Throws a lame duck, and that pass is deflected away by Jeff Blake. I'm sorry, Nathan Blake. Who is Jeff Blake?
The former quarterback of the Cincinnati Bungles.
Man, you went way back.
Well, I live in Cincinnati, so I remember that name.
Man.
All too well. Shaken Blake.
Where did he go to college? Was it Cincinnati?
No. I forgot where. East Carolina is the first thing that comes to my mind right now.
Maybe so. There's an out route to the top of the field by King. Throws to Carter. Carter picks up the first down. King's going to keep the Wildcats in no huddle here, T-Roy. 3 wide receivers to the top of the field. Looks like Barner is on the line. Simmons down to the bottom of the field by himself. King throws another out route, and that pass is completed. Picks up the first down as well.
And Chicago's playing for pride right now. And Damon, to answer your question about the new sponsor, Everest is our new sponsor. I know. I need to save face. Unfortunately, my mind drew a blank, so I got to save face there and look it up.
Shotgun formation here for King. 4 wide receivers on the play. King throws up deep corner.
Oh.
That pass is intercepted. 4 interceptions on a day for Nathan Blake. He most definitely will have to be the defensive player of the week. My goodness, talk about takeaway heaven.
Yeah, another bad throw. He was the one who was the intended target, not Carter, unfortunately. And Damon, this begs the question: who will be the Everest player of the game? Would it be Roby? Would it be Blake for 4 interceptions? Who would it be?
My goodness. And P-Roy, here's your favorite formation out of all of entertainment sports.
Yes, the victory formation, even though Chicago calls a timeout. But when you do the victory formation, that means you did your job well. You got the game in your pocket. But London should be able to run this clock out and get ready to celebrate as they move to 2-4 with a dominating win today.
There's another knee by the London Knights. 1 minute. Oh, the linemen are still jawing at it. You see that?
Yeah. Their pride was definitely damaged today, but Chicago will bounce back. They're not one of the hottest teams in the SFL for nothing. They will bounce back and they'll be ready to get back in the win column next game they play.
Third and 13 for London. 6 seconds left on the play clock. 29 left on the game clock. And T-Roy, that does it.
Yep,
as the London Knights are now fist pumping, claiming victory in their home stadium of Queensway, up by 28 over the Chicago Wildcats.
Yeah, they may be in Queensway, but let Chicago know they're having it their way. Great job, great total team victory by the London Knights. And Chicago's going to have to throw this game away, burn the footage, and just get ready for the next game.
Well, there it is, people. End of the ball game as the London Knights has defeated the Chicago Wildcats 42-14. Chicago, or should I say London, forced 5 turnovers over the Wildcats.
5 turnovers, and then you see the time possession too, Damon. Well, in London's favor. Everything was in London's favor, except for this nice run by Willis. One of the few bright spots for the Wildcats, unfortunately, today. Just wasn't enough. And also, Damon, we got to give a shout out to Mr. All-Pro Prodigy, Reggie Roby. He only threw 1 INT. He was coming into today's game with 11. He only threw 1 today. He was basically flawless in today's game. And that's one of Streeter's only, actually, let's rephrase that. That was Streeter's only mistake of today's game, fumbling the ball. Other than that, he made up for it with his 140 yards rushing, as we see at the bottom of the screen. But E.T. King just unfortunately did a bad job protecting the ball as he threw 5 turnovers today, or was it 4? I think it was 4.
4. E.T. King?
Yes.
Threw 4 picks. No, he threw 5.
He threw 5, yeah.
4 of them went to Nathan Blake, and 1 to Jeff Melish.
So it's unfortunately a bad day for a usually reliable quarterback. I think I cursed him when I told the SFL Nation his QB rating definitely took a hit today after the 4 INT performance, but he'll be back ready to kick butt the next time Chicago plays.
Absolutely.
But awesome job by London. Total team effort.
I agree with you. Awesome. I mean, give credit to London for not coming into today's game and laying down and allowing Chicago to do whatever they wanted to do with them. You know, London came out with an outstanding game plan. Run the ball, and then also pass the ball. Here it is, P-Roy. Extraordinary. Every play of the game, you call it, P-Roy.
Rob Roby. Look at that QB rating. 136.7, 316 passing yards, 5 TDs. This was definitely all-pro party tonight, Damon.
Absolutely. Rob Roby came out, threw the lights out here in London, up in the booth. T-Roy, it was a great game, calling it with you. And, you know, I'm just excited for London for not giving up on the season. This move put them at 2-3, just 1 game under 500. They can go into 500 next week, but T-Roy, I am Demond Simeon, and you are.
T-Roy Gaines. Catch y'all later.